Welcome back to the Arizona Transplant podcast with Holly Waxman and my three special guests, Sarah Perkins with Navi Title. Welcome.
Thank you.
And of course, my favorite, Adam Dahlberg.
Hello.
Listing partner,
Good to see you again, Holly.
Sold.
Hi.
And Ryan Nelson, my favorite lender, who is a man of his word.
Glad to be here.
He made it.
Yay.
I'm here.
We almost didn't make it. Did you hear about the drama on the highway?
What happened at
It
the
was
drama?
crazy. Well, we were driving here, and there was a tire incident.
You're apparently supposed to have full tires when you drive,
Yeah, not empty ones.
not empty ones.
Good thing there's Discount Tire along the way.
Everywhere.
Thank God.
They have the best customer service, and it's why their commercials have not changed in 40 years,
I love Discount.
Yeah,
because they're amazing.
local company, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they started here. I think headquarters up in North Scottsdale.
Like 100 years ago.
The guy that just started, I think, just passed away recently. I forget his name, but it was just a couple years ago. But he would travel around. He had this whole methodology to his business model that so many other companies kind of adopted. And he later in life, after made his fortune with with Discount, would go around and teach businesses about how to create that kind of like bond and leadership. So I have a friend of mine, Scott Rogers, and his brother Dan, both work for Phoenix Police Department now. But during high school, they had jobs at Discount Tire. They would hire him on as, I guess you could probably get away with hiring like 16, 17-year-old kids back then. I don't know.
You just need a waiver or something.
And it's almost like being on a sports team. The way that they would train these workers, I guess, were almost kind of like how they do athletes. They were going over every day. They had these pre-shifts, and they'd go over drills and how to be more efficient and how to have camaraderie and teamwork. And that's why when you go there, it's just so bam, bam, bam. Going into Discount Tire is like going into In-N-Out Burger, right? Everybody's friendly and they're like,
welcoming.
How are you? It's like going into Costco. So these companies that have these systems and have these processes and these programs, and they train and they train and they train and they train, that's why you see the success of them, is because it's not just let's throw a bunch of folks out there and, maybe they're here having a bad day or whatever. They really focus on the front end training and then the systematic process of it. And then, of course, the customer service.
Like our company.
72 Sold, just like that.
Right.
Go figure, yeah.
Yes.
But you have to think about in a lot of things where training is the biggest cost to any company. So if you can better train your employees, it's going to be a more successful company. So you can look at places like you mentioned In-N-Out. You can talk about Costco. You can talk about all these different companies, Discount Tire, that are like solely focused on customer service, and that makes people come back. And so if you even look at it as any of us look at how can we make our business better, everything is customer service. Everything.
The customer service relates to the experience, right? I mean, think about how many fancy restaurants and fancy dinners you went on in your life, or they didn't have to be fancy, but maybe just places that you were really
Had a good time
attached to. Yeah. You're going to remember, because I had a different life before real estate. I was in the restaurant world.
That's
and
right.
My whole understanding of that was the client, the customer is always going to remember the experience they had, the way they felt when they left, over what even they ordered, over the cost of it. They might have a mediocre meal that really wasn't their favorite, whatever it was. But fast forward 6 months, they're going to go, man, I went to that place. I had a great time. I had a great time. We had fun. The atmosphere was great. The lighting was good. The service was fantastic. And I left feeling good about myself. And I want to go back there because that's what you do. You want to go to those places that make you feel good, right?
And be around the people that make you feel good.
And price isn't always the most important. Absolutely. Because pricing, it's just a compromise of what you can do on your own anyway, right? You could cook at home by yourself and go to Fry's and buy, fish or chicken or whatever, make it. But you want to go and have the convenience of somebody else doing it for you. But then to tie in that experience, you're going to pay a super premium sometimes to have that wonderful time. And that's why those big restaurants like, the big steakhouses here, I forget what they're called, like Steak 44 or is it Morton's? Was that the thing? Mastro's.
Ruth's Chris. There's a lot.
Yeah. So by focusing on that experience, it doesn't matter what you charge. You could charge, Outback Steakhouse prices, Texas Roadhouse prices, or Mastro's prices. It doesn't matter because people are going to leave with that experience, with that feeling.
And it's also about who you're with, because sometimes it really doesn't matter where you are, it's who you're with.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Right.
But if it's a one-on-one
Hang out with
experience,
cool people.
so are you gonna tire shop
People make
prices?
you feel good.
That's our moral.
But if you had a flat tire and you rolled in Discount Tire, right? Because
They
their
made me
branding
feel
is good, and you
very
walk in there and
welcome
like,
today.
don't worry about it, sweetheart. You're fine. Come here, sit down. Here's a water. We'll set you up right over here. Boom. We're gonna take a look at this. Do you need a ride? Can we get you an Uber? No, I got somebody. She called me up. Hey, I'll pick you up. I'm on my way anyway. Right around the corner. Great. We'll give you a call when it's all done.
You're
Are you
totally-
gonna go like, oh, hold on, I gotta go over. There's a couple other places. I want to make sure that you're cheaper or whatever. It doesn't happen. It's about the experience.
You are totally right. And that's why I love working with
100%.
you. Because every time we go with a client and we're selling their home, Adam and I make sure the experience is the best it can be.
That's it. That's all people
That's
want.
right.
They want to feel cared for and loved, and I think that's just part of human nature. And I'll tell you, that's special when you find somebody that understands that, like you do, and like you do, and like you do, where you have just an inner ability and a desire to want to serve people in a great positive way, and not what's in it for me, but what's in it for you. Because the more that you give, the more that you get. And so if you can serve people and give them a great experience, your life is going to be more well-rounded and happier. And the overall transaction is going to be better for everybody involved. And of course, that creates more business for everybody. And that's how those companies like Costco and Discount Tire and In-N-Out Burger and Chick-fil-A maybe.
Yes.
I don't even know
They're
how
on the
Dutch
list.
Bros freaking exist, to be
Oh,
honest with you.
Dutch
Don't even get me
Bros,
on Dutch Bros.
particularly Mesa.
Oh,
There's
my
like a
God.
thing in Mesa about Dutch Bros. They opened another one with 2 lanes, 0.2 miles away from one with 1 lane, because just to make it easier on all the demand.
It's insane.
I
It's
wanna
about
say-
the experience.
This
Yeah.
is one thing I do want to say. And Holly and I are from Chicago, and so like people aren't always super nice there. And so like you come here, and this is one of the things that I noticed, and I would always talk to my family about. I was like, everybody, everywhere I go, all the businesses, I'm like, everyone's so nice, and they do such a good job taking care of you. Even going up to like different parts of town that may have less of a smaller population or whatnot, but like people in Greater Phoenix take care of you. Like the customer service is so phenomenal. And like I've lived all over the country, I've been all over the world. People are awesome here, and that makes you want to come back.
I agree. And I think a lot of it is because a lot of people move from other places.
Yes.
Very few people that I know are born and raised here other than our kids.
Because we wake up every day with sunshine in our face, and
That's right.
usually beautiful weather, and we have so many events and all that type of stuff. Let me tell you something about Dutch Bros. Hold on, let me step back to this. Listen, Dutch Bros.
chocolate
If you're listening,
in there.
where's the camera? Dutch Bros. Listen, 2 lanes. One for people that want the milkshakes and all the bullshit. The other lane for people who just want to get their coffee and get to work. Because I don't need 40 minutes
That's why they
of
just
sitting in
opened
lanes
one.
with you. Great, friendly. People are nice. I love them at the window. Talk. Ask about your day. Ask about your weekend. It was great. Dude, I'm stressed. It's Monday morning. I need a coffee. I've been in this line for 25 minutes. I need to get to work. Coffee line. Drip. How about you throw a cup in my window?
2 more lanes.
They have those things on the window that, when you're living in cities that have the overpass where you have to pay the toll. What are they called? Toll roads or toll roads, right?
Or tollways.
you got to pay the toll. The toll roads. I just want one of those in my window. I just pass through. You throw a empty cup in my window. I walk by, I pull my own draft coffee. Off the way I go.
It's not going to be
Don't
like
need
a
25
toll.
minutes of sitting there waiting for your milkshakes for the office.
I agree. Another exciting topic we're going to share hopefully today is that with our company at 72 Sold, we are involved with Keller Williams, and we're becoming nationwide. We've done that.
Yeah.
And I have starting to get some presence in Chicago, where I'm from, Sarah and I. And it's really great. And Adam, you're going to be you're already involved in different cities right now.
Yeah. Some other cities around, working with a brother-in-law over in Connecticut. Have some advertising in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and some of the surrounding communities around there. Here in Arizona, we got a few. Here, what we do is we have designated zip codes, basically. So we work areas, and we just kind of build it out and make it kind of a community, right? We grow it one community at a time, one zip code at a time. And so what's unique about that and special about that is if somebody's considering working with an agent, they want to be in a particular area, say it's a school zone or close to work, you really get with us, the local neighborhood experts, as cheesy and corny as that sounds, because we have that is our zone, right? We protect that block. I mean, it's like regulators, like this is it. Nobody else can come in it. We control it. And so we get to know every single thing that happens in that area. So when a good deal comes available for our buyers, or when a seller needs to sell quickly, we already have buyers that are kind of in waiting, ready to move into that community, and we can just line you up right away. I'm waiting on a call back from a seller today. On the way here, we just got her house sold. Her mom is ill. She wants to move. She wants to move quickly. We got her even happier than she's going to be, or even more so than she would be happy with for the sale of her home. Close in a week or two. No inspections, no appraisals. Rolled it into a guy that has a bunch of rentals and turned it into an Airbnb. Yeah, whatever. That's his thing. But she gets what she wants out of it. She's going to get more money than she was even hoping for, because we have those connections and we have those influences, because we know what's happening within that little zone.
Right. We work full time in it.
Yeah.
We had a different situation where we took recently a home where a family was, she became an empty nester, and she needed the money to pay for her kids' college and just wanted to do a different life. We took an investor in on it, and the last second he decided, nope, I don't want to close on it. And then we went to our database, and we got a family that's going to buy this home, and they're closing real quick with no inspection, and it makes it okay. And she's going to make more money, so she's okay with it.
Yeah, having that system and process is so much better. It's the Costco, it's the discount tire, it's the in and out of real estate, because all other traditional real estate is just hope. It's let's put a sign out front and let's just hope. Let's hope somebody sees it. Let's hope they drive by.
Hope marketing is never a strategy.
And it makes even hope marketing, hope in relationships doesn't work. There's no certainty.
No, not at all. And there's no certainty because you don't control the transaction.
Right.
And don't forget, the person that's selling the home, they typically pay a fee, right? Mm-hmm. Our services aren't free. We have to make a living. So our services require that upon successful close, that client pays us what we call a commission or a processing fee or admin fee, call it whatever you want, a little bit of money. And the level of what you pay should be based on the level of service that you get. So paying somebody 6%, 7%, whatever these realtors are charging out there nowadays, to do what? To publish it on the MLS, it takes 45 minutes and then just forget about it. I mean, this isn't like Ron Popeil, set it and forget it, roast your turkey. That's what agents do. They set it and forget it.
Right.
And then every once in a while, somebody wants to see it. And then you have to go back 2 weeks later when it starts slowing down and do a price reduction and hoping that entices somebody to come in because you reduced it $2,500. Like, who cares? You know, who cares? What are you actually actively doing out there in the market? What we're doing is we're collecting a database. We're creating this kind of algorithm where everybody that comes into our area, we know everybody that sees a property in our communities. We know that they're legitimate buyers. We know that they're well qualified. And we're personally reaching out to each and every one of those every time that we get a new listing in that area and letting them know, hey, a new opportunity is available. Maybe you missed out on the last one because we had 6 people bidding on it. Well, guess what? The seller can only pick one, right? They can only choose one buyer. So don't miss out on this one. And those buyers, sometimes they even be willing to pay a premium, just like we're going to pay a premium for your tire because they needed it right away. You needed to get it fast, but it's taken care of. The service is good. You're going to come in. The transaction is going to close easy. We're going to make sure Ryan gets you approved for your loan and gives you the best possible rate that you can. And we're going to get you into your dream home. And it's really, really simple for both the buyer and the seller. And even on the selling side, we work with sellers mostly. We still help control the buyer side over here because we want to make sure that everything meshes and we're put together. So it's easy for the agent. And he still makes his commission too.
Right. And lots of times, even though we're selling the house, we do help the sellers or other buyers find a home as well. And the other great thing, even though I've been a realtor over 20 years, but and I always felt like a lone ranger before I came to 72 Sold. And another aspect of 72 Sold, besides the training, is the collaboration, the constant collaboration with the agents, the meetings, saying, this is what I'm doing, this isn't what I'm doing, this is what's working, you know, this is a better way to make it work, or, you know, watch out for this.
So big season coming up, right?
Yeah.
We have the fall, or what do they call it? Autumn? Is that what it's called out here? I don't know. Fall? Something like that?
Football.
Fall, yeah.
Football season? Hockey season?
Fall.
Yeah, we got hockey season.
Yes.
A lot of folks coming in here. We call them our snowbirds, right?
Right.
Our silver foxes coming to the big AZ.
I want to be a snowbird.
Yeah, I love it. You just got to drive a little bit slower on the
Right,
freeways,
right.
right?
Take a
Make sure
little
we're all
longer,
safe.
more
It's
traffic.
okay. We love them. We love them. Come in. They love Dutch Bros, apparently, because the lines, they get longer in the wintertime.
Yes, they do.
They love their Dutch Bros. Great opportunity here in Arizona for our winter visitors. A lot of times I work with a lot of them. Where I operate is out in what they call the East Valley, which is like Mesa, Chandler, Gilbert, Queen Creek, Santan Valley. Very affordable homes out there, mixed with very expensive homes. So Santan, for example, you could buy a 4-acre lot, but then a mile up the road, you have these, nice communities like Encanterra, which are 55 and over with golf courses and country clubs and all of that. But we have very inexpensive living, $100,000, $200,000, manufactured type communities and modular homes and things. And so whatever your desire is, but this is a great time for folks that are coming out to Arizona to start looking at actually buying something because the rentals have skyrocketed. The lot fees, the prices to like bring your RV down here. And who wants to do that forever? I mean, having an RV is nice, but it gets to a point where it just is inconvenient to drive from Iowa or Michigan or Wisconsin or whatever come down, park it, spend $1,000 a month. You can own something outright. You could rent it out in the time that you're not here seasonally. So you're here for 6 months, 4, 5, 6 months, rent it for the other amount of time. Your lot fees are a lot cheaper. And then when you're done with it, you just turn around, you give us a call and we'll sell it for you and you probably get your money back.
Better than an annuity.
It's way better.
Way
Yeah.
better than an annuity. Absolutely. And you can enjoy. You have something to say, hey, when you want, I can go there and enjoy. Have fun with my family or friends.
And a lot of these they have golf courses available and they have, not country clubs, what do you call them? Clubhouses and
Right. Community centers.
huge pickleball. Arizona out here is huge in pickleball now. I couldn't even believe it.
It's a reality show coming in for
pickleball?
for pickleball.
It's become huge.
Tryouts are in Chandler.
Do you play?
No.
Do you want to play?
Nope.
I've never played before. It's like ping pong and tennis put together,
cool.
right?
It's really
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
It's good exercise. And I work in Scottsdale and Phoenix, most areas. And then Adam and I will help each other out in other areas. So we get involved in all the market. But if you all are interested in coming out and staying or making an investment or making this a home, please reach out to us. Give us a call, 602-388-0319. And we look forward to you joining us next week for the Arizona transplant with Holly Waxman and my friends.
All right.
Bye for now.
Thank you.
See you in the AZ.
Be amazing.